Chairperson, and good morning, aggregators. My name is Lindu Selala, as the chairperson has already mentioned. I'm one of the course participants at the University of Victoria. Today, I will be taking you through my strategic plan for Mobaniti Vet College. And on my first slide, I'm just showing what will be discussed on my strategy plan. I will be taking you through the tactical as well as the operational indicators of the strategy plan, the vision and the mission, strategy plan context, SMART goals and action plans, the rationale for the strategy goal, how the strategy is linked to the vision and the mission of the college, theoretical and practical foundations, consultations, planning and alignment of resources, input by organizational entities, as well as sustainability factors. And when you move to the second slide, I'm taking you through definitions of what is a mission, a short statement that describes the future-facing goals of the organization. And the mission expresses the organization's core values and purpose. Context refers to the environment or the setting in which something exists. The mega trends refers to the long-term and the global direction of change that affects many areas of industry. On the next slide, that's where I'll be taking you through the vision and the mission. Our mission is to be a further education and training institution of excellence and choice. And our mission is to provide high quality education and training, producing competent individuals in response to the economic needs of the country. Our strategic goal is to produce skilled workforce in response to the demands of the labor market and the economy, and to improve the students' employability after graduation. How the mission and the vision are linked to the strategic goal. We will be offering programs that are aligned to the needs of the market. We are aiming to provide a practical skills development that matches industry demands. And we also want to be responsive to the economic needs of the country. Looking at the context of the TVET colleges in South Africa and in African continent, TVET has become particularly important in response to the skills and the job crisis dominating the popular press in South Africa. And when we come to Africa, TVETs were criticized because of the perception that academic credentials would lead to better and more opportunities.
How does that slide in
You should not shoot it on the presentation. And don't put it on the slideshow. I don't know what's happening there. And I've also made reference to literature by Nkwana in 2019, mentioned that a large number of youth not in education, training, or jobs combined with the discourse of skills shortage has provided the necessary force for TVET to become a significant element. On the campus environment, our college is located in the Mopani district of Limpopo province at Palabura. We are offering engineering and business studies, and the program implementation for occupational programs, center of specialization, which includes remote learning as well as other programs, is in response to the economic need of our local municipality, the industry, as well as the country. Our mission and vision is also, it relies on the physical and the cultural environment of the campuses. We've got infrastructure and resources that also guides the strategic priorities, including program expansion and introduction. We are aiming to expand our relationship with the partnerships and the partnerships with the key stakeholders such as the industry, SITAs, local public departments, municipalities, in order to address the curriculum training needs of students, lecturers through work placementship. When we come to the socio-political factors, the funding for TVET colleges and policy decisions has more influence on the TVET sector itself. And as the college, we are saying we find ourselves in a situation whereby we have to comply with the relevant government policies, including program offerings, skill development, funding and grants, as well as human and infrastructure resources. So these socio-political factors will affect the implementation of my strategy, because we also have to participate in the achievement of the NDP and the SITA sector skills plan. So one of the challenges that we have is that the government has a policy regarding fee-free education, and we are forced to comply with that government policy. Another factor that is affecting us will be the shifting demographics, as well as slower population growth and regional variations, as well as the living standards of in the Mopani district. On the educational landscape, we aim to improve each person's right to education and adapt to the shifting needs of the labor market. The college shall introduce programs that are aligned to our local municipality industry, and the college is aiming to build relationships with the public and the private partners who will provide a placement exposure for both our students and lecturers to assist the students in employment opportunities. The relationships shall create employment opportunities across different sectors such as hospitality, tourism, and mining. And then when we move over to the international trends, I have identified global trends that will influence the delivery of our strategy. The college programs need to adjust to global norms and need to create offshore employment opportunities to the students. We should also switch to online or hybrid learning, and we must enter into international exchange programs where students and staff can study abroad. And then we need to also foster partnerships with international institutions and industry. On the mega trends, my strategy considered the greening economy, whereby the college has to develop projects that will provide the necessary skills for green jobs. And I also identified the introduction of occupational programs, whereby we should phase out the outdated programs and introduce new relevant programs to keep up with the evolving labor market. And the introduction of the dual approach to vocational teaching and learning, and the energy transitions, inflation, as well as the hyper connectivity and 4IR, whereby our lecturers and students should keep up with the advances in technology. The goals or the SMART goals for my strategy, we aim to improve the students' employability after graduation. And this goal is measurable because we aim to ensure that all students placed in the industry are absorbed. We also want to enter into new agreements with the SETAs and the employers to secure work placement for students and lecturers. So we are going to realize our strategy by continuously monitoring and supporting students throughout their studies. So this strategic plan is for a period from 2024 to 2027. On the business Canva model, there's actions there, target date, responsible person. Our first action is to ensure that we've got sufficient infrastructure for effective teaching and learning. We are going to need about 50 million for us to achieve that action. And we are planning to achieve that between 2024 and 2027, and the responsibility lies with the infrastructure manager. We also aim to train and develop lecturers. We will need a budget of 2 million, and we have to achieve that by 2025. The responsibility lies with the human resource manager. We'll have to procure relevant learning material budgeted at 6 million, and we must achieve that between 2024 and 2027. The responsibility lies with the supply chain manager. And for us to be able to achieve our goal, we will have to source funds from the SETAs in order to be able to pay stipends for our students while they are doing workplaces. And the responsibility lies with the partnership manager. So we also have to create more partnerships with the industry so that we don't struggle to place our students and lecturers. The rationale for my strategy is to meet the industry demands. How we are going to achieve that is by ensuring that our programs are specifically designed to meet the changing skill requirements of the different sectors. We must also prioritize practical skills based learning, foster self-directed education and independence, and then we must still set up and maintain the industry engagement. I have done consultation with the following stakeholders: sectional managers, senior management of the college, student representative council, college council, including representatives from the unions, to ensure that the goals are in line with the vision and the mission of the college, and also to ensure that the strategy implementation process is understood by all and it becomes a success. On the input by organizational entities, we are going to need to have funding in the form of grants and operational for operational purposes, and to pay our employees from GHEC. We'll have to source funds from the SETAs to cover the stipends of the students during work placement. We will have to build a lasting relationship with the industry for placement of students and lecturers. We need to train our facilitators and lecturers, and then we will also have to have continual training and development. New infrastructure should be constructed, while the current available infrastructure should be maintained. And then on the sustainability factors, the college will have to prepare budget and ensure that limited financial resources are distributed equally. And we will have to link our revenue to the college goals and objectives. We also have to identify our strategic risks and ensure that we monitor and mitigate. And we have to develop strategies to ensure sound cash flow management, maximize the use of college resources to generate the revenue. And then we should also offer entrepreneurial development programs in order to reduce the rate of unemployment in the economy. In conclusion, I'm saying if we implement my strategy, the college will be able to create a balance between vocational and practical education, fostering skilled workplace and increase youth employment, while we'll be enjoying the benefit of dual system in vocational education. So it is critical that we prioritize availability of infrastructure, students, lecturers, and funds. Chairperson, my last slide is the reference list, and then I think.
Thank you, Ms. Lala, for the well presented machine and your plan. Yeah, you said it mouthful. I'm happy. I can see Bingwanyana, but you referred only to Bingwanyana. You didn't refer to Govenda. You didn't refer to, we're supposed to say Bingwanyana and Govenda. 2016, I don't know, go back to reference. Back to reference. Back to reference, yes. You see, now you said during Bajana 2016 and Governor. Is there another list? Or before I go, let's say what I want to. Is there another list for reference?
No, that's the list.
Yeah, you talked about during Bajana 2019 in one of your slides. You didn't talk about Bajana and the Governor 2016. This means that if you make mistake, you want to say Bajana and Governor, this means you must change to 2016, not 20, because I don't see, if you have Bajana 2019, you must put it in Bajana 2019 there on your reference list. You must go back and check your referencing and name the references. And again, Village and Sedum, they're not there, and you have mentioned them in one of your slide. You need just to make sure that you include Village and Sedum 2004 in one or in your reference list. But all in all, you prepared your document correctly, and then it was sound. It was the one you said, you can use it as you have indicated that if we can accept your strong plan, the college will move forward. I know, to me, thank you very much for doing that well presented job. Thank you very much. And it's now. Colleagues, Mr. Zita.
Okay, thank you, Chairperson. What for the presentation of Ms. Lala. The plan is well prepared and well presented, Ms. Lala. Yeah, my input will focus much in terms of the finances because it's in line with what I'm doing in the office. So in the presentation, for Ms. Lala, I'm not sure if it's number 9 or 12. We speak about the expenditure in terms of the infrastructure and the human resource. And in terms of the breakdown, I showed that we're going to spend about 58 million. So, and we have mentioned the issue of budget, but I don't see the breakdown of the revenue, whether to check if you have enough money to spend in all the infrastructure in terms of the 58 million that I have mentioned. So we need to check the expenditure versus the revenue, check whether this plan is going to be successful or going to achieve the objective. Because the moment that you have a plan and you have the expenditure that it's more than the revenue, the plan, you're not going to achieve the objective. So I'm advising that your plan must have a breakdown of the revenue in future.
Thank you, Mr. Zita. Helena.
It was an interesting presentation, creative, and can take the coverage further. The only thing I noticed in slide 2, your caps lock. A lot of things on small letters, just go through it again. Just see that starts with at the beginning of the sentence and the first, or your first letter should be caps.
Thank you, Helena. Thank you very much. Let's see, there's a hand, there's a Munyai. Munyai.
Okay, thank you, colleagues. Thanks very much, Ma'am Selala, for a good presentation. I think it's got the right information that is required. However, I just want to check on the first part of presentation. You will realize that if you can go there, I think there's a lot of colors in your presentation. Actually, the whole presentation, if you look at it, you will see that the slides are all different. You can see the highlights they're using maybe on the first page.
Madam Nyai.
Yeah.
Madam Nyai,
Yes. Can you hear me?
increase your volume. Yeah, computer up.
Let me check quickly.
I have to increase the volume.
Is it for speaker? Hello, can you hear me now? Hello, Mr. Chairperson? Chairperson, are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, what I was saying actually was to say the presentation is well done. However, maybe we need to try to look at the colors, more especially in the first slides. And if you look at the whole of your presentation, you'll see that there's different colors for each and every slide. I think we can make it even a little bit better in terms of, it's just a comment in terms of getting the presentation attractive and also to be well balanced in terms of colors. The other thing, I looked at your mega trends. I see it's very well stipulated as well. However, if you look, I think inflation does not fit well very as a mega trend there. It's just a suggestion. Maybe you need to polish a little bit. And otherwise, I think I'm impressed with your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Nyai. Madam Mazi.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ma'am Selala, for such a good presentation. Ma'am, when you explain something, please try to acknowledge the source, because as a scholar or a researcher, you have to acknowledge where the explanation of or where the information is from. Please acknowledge when you explain something. And then the other one, ma'am, I didn't see the business canvas model. Please maybe go and check the business canvas model so that your presentation can have all the budget in that module, in that model. But anyhow, when I listen from your presentation, I'm happy with it, and then it's a very good and informative. And then in overall, you have done well. And then I also wish you the best for your studies. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mazi. Thank you, Madam Mazi, for your contribution, constructive one. Thank you. I think the presenter has written the notes for what you're saying together with Mr. Munyai. Thank you very much. Dadesolo, are you happy?
So I'm happy. The colleagues here, they have covered some of the things that I wanted to respond to them. But now I think the presentation is okay. Then good luck for this one. The only thing is that now she must put that business model canvas. Then they need to be added there. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you, Dadesolo, for that constructive feedback. Now we are going to the next presenter. The next presenter, it will be Mr. Mahdi. I'm going to introduce myself again.
Still preparing statements. Today.